The fire popped, sending a shower of orange embers spiraling up into the blackness of the forest canopy. For Leo, it was the perfect sound, the perfect smell. Out here, miles from the nearest cell tower, the silence was a physical presence, broken only by the crackle of his fire and the distant, lonely call of an owl. He sipped his bourbon, the warmth a pleasant contrast to the chill night air. He was utterly, completely alone. Just how he liked it. A twig snapped. The sound was too close, too deliberate. Leo's head snapped up, his hand instinctively closing around the heavy flashlight beside him. The circle of firelight reached only 20 feet before being swallowed by an impenetrable wall of shadows. "Hello," he called out, his voice sounding small and fragile against the vast, ancient dark. "Is someone there?" Silence. Then, a figure emerged from the gloom. It was a woman, her movements graceful, almost fluid. She wore a simple, light-colored dress that seemed utterly out of place in the deep woods. Her hands were clasped demurely in front of her. "I'm sorry," she said, her voice soft and melodic. "I didn't mean to frighten you. I got lost. I saw your fire." Leo relaxed his grip on the flashlight, but only slightly. She seemed harmless. More than harmless, she had a disarming, almost ethereal beauty. Pale skin, dark eyes that reflected the firelight. "You're a long way from anywhere," Leo said, gesturing to the log opposite him. "You're welcome to warm up. I've got coffee." "Thank you," she said, gliding to the spot he indicated. She sat perfectly still, her posture straight. She didn't shiver, though the night was cold enough for Leo to wear a thick jacket. It was then he noticed her smile. It was a wide, unwavering grin. It wasn't a friendly smile, nor was it threatening. It was fixed. Like a mask she'd forgotten to take off. It stretched her lips thin over her teeth, not reaching her eyes, which watched him with a curious, unnerving intensity. "Nice night for it," Leo said, scrambling to break the awkward silence her smile created. "It's a beautiful night," she agreed, her voice still that same soft, polite tone. Her smile didn't waver. Not a muscle in her face moved. An uneasy prickle ran down Leo's spine. This wasn't right. No one who was genuinely lost and frightened smiled like that. It was the smile of a doll. "So, where were you headed?" he asked, leaning forward to pour coffee he knew he wouldn't drink into a spare tin cup. The task gave him an excuse to look away from her face. "Oh, here and there," she replied airily. "I follow the quiet places." He handed her the cup. Her fingers, as they brushed his, were ice cold. She held the steaming cup but didn't bring it to her lips. She just held it, her fixed smile aimed directly at him. "You're not drinking your coffee," he pointed out, his own voice tightening. "I'm not thirsty," she said. Her head tilted a fraction of an inch. "But I am hungry." The way she said it, so casual, so matter-of-fact, froze the blood in his veins. The smile was still there, a perfect, porcelain curve of innocence hiding something ancient and hollow behind it. Leo's survival instincts, dulled by bourbon and solitude, screamed at him. He stood up, grabbing the flashlight like a club. "I think you should go." The woman didn't move. Her smile, if possible, seemed to widen. The firelight caught the points of her canine teeth, which looked longer. Sharper. "But the night is just getting started," she whispered, and her voice had changed. The melody was gone, replaced by a dry, rasping hunger. The fire chose that moment to die down, the logs collapsing in on themselves. The circle of light shrank, plunging them into deeper shadow. In the dim, flickering light, her smile was the brightest thing in the clearing. It was no longer a passive expression. It was a threat. A promise. Leo stumbled backward, but his boot caught on a root. He fell hard, the flashlight skittering out of his grasp and vanishing into the darkness. He looked up, scrambling backward on his elbows. She was standing over him. He hadn't even seen her move. She was just there. Her head was cocked, that horrific, unwavering smile now a foot from his face. He could see now that it wasn't a smile of joy or politeness. It was a rictus grin, a predator's grimace, stretching a face that was no longer human. Such a peaceful night, she rasped, her breath smelling of old earth and cold stone. Don't you want to share it? Her mouth opened wider than any human should, the smile splitting her face in two, revealing a dark maw and those glistening, needle-like fangs. The last thing Leo saw before the darkness took him was that smile, hovering in the air even after the rest of her had faded into the night. A sinner's welcome. A vampire's grin. And in the deep, silent woods, the fire died out completely, leaving only the echo of a smile in the endless dark.